This is part 3 of the Saturday skate. We are now on 25th Street in Southwest Philly. We've crossed the Schuylkill. We're heading towards Citizens Bank Park. We're actually heading towards Chickies and Pete's, which is off of Packer Avenue. You can see the kids riding bikes around us. Kind of picked up a little bit of a fan club along the way, so to speak, and that happens on occasion with the skaters. We've had people on longboards. We've had people on bikes. And skates who will skate along with us for a while and then peel off out of curiosity. But let's face it, none of them are going to skate a full 10, 15 miles. So I've never seen anybody kind of jump in and just stay with us out of the curiosity factor. It's one of those things where the skate clubs should have business cards to hand out and give to everybody along the way. So you can tell them where we meet weekly so you can skate. But again, it's one of those things where I don't think that many of the clubs are that interested in outreach at this point. I don't know why, but I myself actually for the Wednesday night skate in New York, out of pocket, ordered about 500 or maybe 1,000 cards, and put all the instructions on one side with the logo and their Facebook information on the other side, and give to them to hand out for people around New York. I believe the Landskaters should do the same thing. Maybe they will at some point. So we're breaking away here up of 25th Street, and we're heading now. We're going to start zigzagging across South Philly towards Citizens Bank Park. Now, we will eventually actually go there after we leave Chickies and Pete's, but at this point, it's one of those things where we're trying to get to the halfway point. And this skate was actually designed to be closer to 20 miles, but unfortunately, or fortunately, maybe, who knows, depends on how tired we all were. It did start to rain, and we were watching our smartphones on weather radar for the rain showers passing through, and we knew that we needed to, at that point, after the halfway point, head straight back down to Center City. So the skate ended up at about 16 or 17 miles, I believe, in total. So again, this is I guess the real South Philly. I mean, you can see how there's a lot of neighborhoods with a lot of, and again, when I say neighborhoods, I mean like family-oriented neighborhoods as opposed to just blight, and a lot of ball fields and parks along the way. Maybe we just were smart enough to skate near parks, so it looked like Philly was much happier place. And even then, I can't. I'm not a city. I couldn't live in a city like this. It's just me. I need some country living or some semi-urban living. I have woods behind our house. I've always had woods around wherever I've gone. I need some trees, but I love the cities. I love to play in them. So at this point, I think we're approaching like Passyunk Avenue. We're in that general vicinity. If we haven't crossed it yet, we're going to. I think it might be right here. No. Passyunk would be double, but you get the general idea. And at that point, so I guess right now we're considering West Passyunk. I would put us somewhere in the neighborhood of 22nd or 21st Street at this point. We've bounced a couple streets over, and we're kind of pushing further and further, closer and closer towards Broad Street as we make this move. This, I believe, might be Passyunk. And another moment where we're actually stopping for traffic. Damn skaters. You know what's fascinating here is that these people have been skating since they were punk kids, probably. I mean, most of us have been skating since our teens. It's many, many years of skating, and it's one of those things. I mean, you could say arrested development in some ways, but quite frankly, I found the Landskaters to be a very serious lot. They're, as I stated before, shut up and skate, and I'm actually kind of happy with that phrase. I think it's cute. I think it's funny, but I wouldn't want to be uptight about it. So we're skating now through Southwest Philly, zigzagging closer and closer to Chickies and Pete's, and the sports complexes is really kind of where we're headed. And this is the heart of South Philly. We've actually stumbled upon a funeral here where a couple of the skaters got into an argument about whether or not we should just skate along with them until we break away naturally, or should we just pull over and let them through. It was an interesting argument. It spiced up the day. Not going to say any names. It's not worth it. And I actually just don't want to say any names because I don't think it's polite either. Now we're about to skate under the Schuylkill here. So this is pretty cool. We're going to come up on Packer Avenue. So if you've ever gone to any of the Phillies games or football games, you're probably very familiar with Packer Avenue and the Schuylkill. Did you know this was here? Little walkway, and it's even lit inside. So when we come out here on Packer, we're going to take a left, and then we're going to skate up the road, and we're going to be at Chickies and Pete's. Now, if you are not familiar with what it's like to skate with groups in the city, and you're wondering, what type of skates should you have, because you've probably seen me go on about my skates with the 125 millimeter wheels and long frames and short cuffs. It's not necessary. In fact, I am the oddball in the lot. The only advantage I really have over any of these skaters is if we were to be skating down hills or at higher speeds where I'd need some more stability. The fact is they have a greater advantage over me, and they can skate just as fast as me. I have not seen any of the 80 millimeter wheels or 92 millimeter wheels or 100s for that matter not keep up or do better than what I skate on. It's not a matter of that. For me, actually, I think it really comes down to two things: bearings and your form. If you've got good form and you expend the least amount of energy in pushing off, you can really go. But a clean set of bearings is also a big help. I'll talk about that more in the next video segment. In the next segment, we're going to essentially go towards Central Philly, and we're going to skate through a number of parades. This is a weekend that this Philly Free Skate always falls on the same weekend as the Gay Pride Parade, so it's always an interesting experience when we have to skate through that. And that is coming up.
It's too much for any man.